Hi, Grandma Debbie here. Okay, so today we're going to make a strawberry pretzel salad. We have some family coming over for dinner tonight, and I'm actually serving this not as a salad, but as a dessert. I don't know where they got the name salad, but to me it's a dessert. So we're going to get going on making it. It's going to be a several-step process, but we're going to do it. All right, let's get going. Okay, so I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees. I'm trying to adjust this camera, sorry. I'm melting butter. I need to go check on it real quick. Okay, so it still needs to, I'm melting it in the microwave. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna crush some pretzels. Now, I'm just using the store brand of pretzels, but you can use whatever brand you wanna use. And I'm just using the pretzel sticks. But once again, you can just use whatever you wanna use. So I'm just going to put them in here. Oh, and I forgot to get my rolling pin so I can start crushing them. All right, let me go check on my butter and then grab my rolling pin, and I will be right back. Okay, I have 3/4 of a cup of melted butter, and I forgot to get my rolling pin. Actually, I could probably use, and it's not in here. Let me go find it. Well, I was thinking that a mallet would work, but I don't know where it is. You know what, I have an idea where it is. But this is working just fine. Okay, I am going to be measuring it out as we go along, because I don't think I did 2 cups there. Yeah, that was a cup. So let's do some more. So the first thing we're making is the crust of the pretzel salad, which is just melted butter, pretzels, and sugar. Probably could have gone with a bigger bag, but oh well. It says 2, that it is at 2 cups, but I'm going to do just a little bit more. I'm just going to do just a tad bit. Okay, I think that's good. All right, now I'm going to add in the melted butter, and I'm going to add in the sugar. It's 3/4 cup melted butter and 3 tablespoons of sugar. Whoa. One. All right, so let's stir this up. It smells really good. Okay, now we're going to get our casserole dish. Now it doesn't say to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm using cooking spray. Because with my luck, it'll stick, and I really don't want that. Okay, so we're going to pour it into this casserole dish. And then we're going to spread it out. You want to try and get it evenly spread across the whole pan. Okay, now we're going to put this in the oven and we're going to bake it for, I don't know how long, for 8 to 10 minutes. And then we got to let it cool completely. So I'm going to get this in the oven and I'll bring you back for the next step. Okay, so this cooked for 10 minutes. I just got it out of the oven. And so now it has to sit until it cools off. And then once it cools, we will finish up the rest of the recipe. So I will bring you back for that. Okay, so the crust has cooled off. So now we're on to phase number 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 8 ounces of cream cheese that's been softened at room temperature. Well, maybe if I can get it open. Okay, so we're going to plop it in there. Let me throw this away. Okay, and then we're going to take a cup of white sugar and we're going to beat this until it's fluffy. Okay, now we're going to fold in Cool Whip. Let me move everything out of the way because I got a huge mess going on. So you just are going to use a full tube of tube. I meant tub. And you want it thawed. And you're going to fold this in. All right, so we're just going to fold this in. Until it's all incorporated, which it looks like it is. All right, and then now we're going to take it and we're going to spread it over our crust. Okay, let's get this spread out. Excuse me. All right, I need to get a drink of water. I will be right back. Sorry about that. I just had a tickle in my throat and I needed to take care of it. Okay. All right, well, I'm also going to turn on my tea kettle so I can start getting some water. Let me get rid of this. I was using that to cool off the crust, but I don't really need it anymore. Okay, doesn't this look pretty? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make the Jell-O mixture. So I'm going to try to move this off to the side, move this over, grab my bowl for my Jell-O. And let's see, I'm going to need 2 cups of boiling water. So let me get a measuring cup. And once my tea kettle gets going, I will have the boiling water. But in the meantime, I'm going to dump the Jell-O into the bowl. Now the recipe calls for 2 3-ounce packages. I'm just using a 6-ounce package, just one. And I'm using the strawberry Jell-O. I'm just going to dump that in there. Ooh, man, is that ever fragrant? Okay, and then once that water comes to a boil, I'm going to add it in here into the Jell-O, and we will stir it until it dissolves. All right, while that's boiling, I'm going to clean up my mess. Okay, so my water has boiled, so I'm going to measure out 2 cups. And I'm going to pour it into the Jell-O. And then I'm going to stir this until it dissolves. Okay, so it looks like it's dissolved. So now I'm going to add in my strawberries. I'm adding in 20 ounces of whoa. And I'm going to splash all over the place. I'm adding in 20 ounces of strawberries. Now the packages I'm using only come in 16 ounces, so I had to measure out 4 additional ounces. Okay, so I'm going to stir this up a little bit. We're going to let it sit for a moment so it can thicken a little bit, and then we're going to pour it onto the Jell-O, or the, you know what I mean, the salad part. Or maybe maybe this is the salad part. I don't know. What do you think? Have you guys ever made this? And why do they refer to it as a salad? Kind of seems weird to me. Let me wipe off this counter. I'm not sure how long it's supposed to sit. It says briefly. What is briefly? Lots of different interpretations there. Maybe it wants it to, has a little green stem to it. Maybe it wants it to cool off a little bit. What do you think? Well, the bowl is certainly cooled off. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and start pouring this over. I'm just going to spoon on the strawberries to begin with. Along with some of the juice. Okay, now this has to go into the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. So it's actually going to be sitting in the refrigerator for a lot longer. All right, so I will bring you back and show it to you what it looks like later. So I just want to thank you for coming along with me on this journey. I'm hoping that you're having an amazing day and everything's going great for you and that you're getting out and enjoying this spring weather if you're having spring in your area. So like I said, I just hope everything's going great. Thanks for coming along with me on this journey, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.